it's Ryan Tierney from Lean Made Simple. We're on day 2 of the 2-second Lean Summit right here in Limavady in Northern Ireland. So our next speaker is Filipe. Filipe travelled the whole way from Portugal to be with us for the event. And to be honest, Filipe's presentation was one of the most controversial presentations of the entire summit. But I think it was good because it got everybody thinking, it got everybody engaging, and that's what Lean is all about, changing up what we're doing, throwing in new ideas. So I think you'll really benefit and enjoy our next presentation.
So before I start this presentation, I would like to start expressing my deep respect for all of you and my great gratitude for everything you've done for me. In my business, Paul, you helped me a lot personally. I will never forget that. And I also like to say that this presentation I take complete ownership for what I'm about to say in this presentation. Till yesterday, at about 3 p.m., I had this great presentation that I prepared last week. I reversed the presentation. And then yesterday, I decided to put it in the garbage bin. So, because I have my goal here in front of you is really to bring value, respect your time. And I've been doing Lean for 9 years. We started the same day as Sitting Matters. And I'm not really here to say, even though we are happy and grateful for the results we have a profitable company, we increase the wages of our employees, we are recognized as leaders in our market. That's all good, but that's not the best value I can bring to you today. So, once again, I respect you, I love you a lot, and I take full responsibility for what I'm saying next. Okay, so who has read 2-second Lean? I knew that. The next question is, who has had great results like Sitting Matters? So this is less than 1%. And I call this an interesting fact. Okay? So where am I and the other 99%? Where are we? I put 3 things here: stuck, struggling, and thinking about giving up. And I'm not joking. Even though we have great results, if you take like a few seconds to think about what is really the struggles that you are facing, the difficulties. Maybe you think about engagement, maybe you think about not solving enough problems. Many things come to mind. And when we start thinking back, why did we even start with Lean in the first place? There were some reasons, and most of you, if you think about that, you'll probably come up to things like, I really want to make a difference for my customer. I want to help my people. I want to help my community. So we all have this vision of things we want to accomplish. And we think Lean is like the tool that can help us get there. So imagine I come here, I'm a salesperson, you want to improve the world, and I have this great franchise called Lean that will help you get to where you want to go. And then I say, okay, there's this franchise, this idea, this system that I want to sell you called Lean, but we have no clear implementation roadmap. And we don't really have a reliable training system, and maybe you have less than 1% chance of achieving really great results. We mostly have here good results, but we don't have great results, okay? We don't have great results. So would you buy this franchise? Would you invest your time and energy and your money knowing that you're basically, the chances are slim to have great results? Probably you wouldn't buy, but you actually did. We are all doing Lean, so we must really be maniacs to take on this deal that we took. Even though we are, in my opinion, ineffective maniacs, starting with myself. Okay? So we all learned that everything is a process. So why should creating a lean culture be any different? Everything is a process. Why should creating a lean culture not be a process? So once again, I would like to say that I really respect all of you, and I'm grateful to Paul and to everyone. So this presentation is really my own view. It has nothing to do with Sitting Matters. Ryan doesn't know what I'm going to say now. So I take full responsibility for what I'm saying next, because my goal, my intention, is to bring value and help to second lean become even better and help more people achieve their vision of improving the world. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. So we have a current process. It's mainly represented by Paul's book, To Second Lean. It came out approximately 10 years ago. It was a huge breakthrough for everyone. And we are very grateful to Paul for having had the initiative to put it out in the world with all the improvement videos. It was a great first step. But I think we need to improve it. I think we need to destroy it, Paul. So yesterday, Mr. Amazawa was sharing with us about Mr. Okuda, how he said, like, breakthrough Toyota.
You're a good student. Right?
So I think we should break through to second lean. Should apply the same principle here to second lean. So I'm not here to say, oh, everything is working well. This is a process. We can improve the process. So why should we do breakthrough to second lean? Yesterday, someone was talking that about the next generation, but there is a generation right here, right now. It's us, and we have some work to do. We have some contribution to do. So it's really important that we really become effective doing what we have to do, not doing it like with processes that are not the best. So the question is, where do we start? So we want to improve to second lean, so where do we start? We start with the obvious question. Why is Sitting Matters and FastCap so much better than everyone else, with so much better results? Is it because they have better people, smarter leaders, or are just plain luckier than everybody else? I don't think so. I don't think it's a matter of the quality of the people, that they are luckier or they have like smarter, like Brian, Martin, and Jonathan are smarter than everyone else. I don't think so. So what I think they are doing things differently. They are doing specific things every day, very differently from everybody else. And I would like to show you my perspective in a very specific thing they are doing differently regarding the improvements, how they manage the improvements. So the goal of this talk is not to present you like this full system and a roadmap, and I don't have all the answers. I will just share with you what I was observing in the past, in the few days that preceded this talk. It is very different from what I saw 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I came in with my camper van and my wife and my 2 kids, and I say, wow, look at the Kanban, it's all so clean. Everything you saw, the forklift, the gym, everything, the 2-bin system. I don't know if you had the 2-bin system at the time. So I was looking at the artifacts, all shiny, wow, wow. I was not looking at the processes that are producing these results. That's what I look now when I visit Sitting Matters. So, in the book, this is my interpretation of the book. So everyone daily, simultaneously, for usually a fixed duration, should be making, on average, 1 daily improvement. Okay? So, this means that, yeah, implicitly, the expectation is that everyone on the team must be able to see waste and must be able to figure out solutions, and also must be able to implement improvements, and also must be able to make videos, if possible, If they can do some improvements at home, that will be awesome. And if they are in the learning club, we have a lean all-star. Okay? It's like if even like not subconscious expectation is that you have this group of all-star lean players. It means that the goalkeeper is in the goalkeeper, but he goes in the front to strike some goals, and he comes to midfield, and everybody is doing that. Everybody is doing all the different parts of the team. They are all doing everything. They are seeing ways, they are implementing improvements. Wow, these are lean all-stars, all of them. As in Sitting Matters, what I think they are doing, they have an all-star lean team. It's very different because there are some people that are focused in one part of the field and they are doing an amazing job for the team. On the other part of the field, there is other persons with different skill set, they are doing an amazing job on that part of the field, and together they make an amazing lean team. The whole is lean team. All-star, the whole, not the individual parts. Okay, so it's like if we go from this craftsman approach to problem solving, where we have all these jack of all trades, and then we move into an assembly line approach for problem solving. This means instead of having everyone making improvements from start to finish, we have everyone contributing to improvements within their skill set as a team. This means that there will be someone that is really good at seeing waste, some people that are really good at figuring out the solutions, other people are amazing at doing jigs, others that love IT, love working with the computer, some people that love to make videos and share, some people that love to learn and are in the book club, bringing ideas, making visits, bringing ideas, knowledge to the company. So instead of having everyone improving daily, I will tell you some of my struggles. So, in reality, in my company, 8 o'clock, morning meeting, 8:20, we go for 3Sing and improvement till 9, so 40 minutes of improvements. So all of a sudden, at 8:20, I have this batch, this big batch of 30 people needing my leadership, needing my attention. And me and my leaders, we are like, trying to reach everyone, but the result, and we've tested this with many variations for the past 8 years, what we feel is that most people feel lost, most people feel pressured to come up with an improvement. The majority are not really making useful improvements. They are not really learning, and they are not producing, okay? Instead, what I think I saw in Sitting Matters is that they approach it slightly different. It's a slight difference. So they have the morning meeting, they have the 3Sing within a concept of total ownership, different from us, where we say, people, you just find something to improve, you clean and you take a picture, and it's all good. What that leads to is that some areas are probably swept 2 times in the same morning, and some areas are a little bit forgotten. So it is a great process that you have this total ownership. It brings clarity, what are you supposed to do, it brings accountability. Good process, you are doing different from us. This is a different process that you are using. So when the folks from Sitting Matters, they have distributed the 3S in total ownership in a way that everybody has 3S every day, after that time, people that are involved in improvements, they work on the improvements. People that are not, they go back to work. Not needed my skill set today, I go back to work. Okay? And being involved in an improvement is discussing a problem. If you are discussing a problem and you bring in the operator, and if you have videos from the installation teams, you are discussing the problem, you are working on the improvement. That is a part of the improvement process. So with sitting matters, the way they approach it, they bring in to this like assembly line for solving the problem, the right people at the right time, and for the amount of time needed. One of our struggles also with Lean is when you start to tackle a bigger project and you do it in 30 minutes chunks every day. It takes forever. So you have the ability to, as you have an improvement team or coordination for the Lean implementation, to bring in the people for the amount of time necessary to bring results in a timely manner. That is very important. Imagine that I have 30 people spending 13 minutes every day, everyone at the same time. So we are investing 15 hours. And most of the people, as I said before, they're a little bit unfocused, they're not doing the right improvements. Okay, we have 15 hours. Instead of that, imagine that you have a problem, a really important problem that should be discussed. And you get 3 people, and they spend the whole morning discussing, and they bring in at the right time the person that will help them implement, and you spend like total of 10 hours. The net result is that you spend less time, less effort, less energy, and you get a much better result. Yeah, so coming back to our current approach, everything I'm saying, we don't work like you sitting matters. I still work like this, okay? So we end up having people making poor choices in the morning, in the improvement time, because they really don't know what to do, many times. Sometimes they start implementing solutions on their own, because we cannot get to everyone at the right time, that are not the best solutions. We know better. Someone on the team knows better, but they don't know better. So they start working on those solutions. We see very poor implementations. And you go to the person and you see this, yeah, he tried. He deserves recognition for having tried. But if you look at what is in front of you, it's awful sometimes. And you say, hey, John, you did a great job. He knows he didn't do a great job. You know he didn't do a great job. He did a great effort. He tried. But it's a poor job. And we have our customers paying us to do Lean in this manner. Is a client willing to pay for this? I'm not really sure he is. And at the same time, you want to put, for instance, a pencil holder in your workstation. And then Martin, you want to put one in your workstation. And everyone wants to do that. And you walk around the factory and you see 13 types of pencil holders. And some people take a huge amount of time and they really struggle and they're not really happy doing that, implementing that, but they think they have to make the improvement. I think that is a problem. Instead of being able to focus on the right problems, bringing the people that have the knowledge and the experience and the growth in the area that concerns problem solving, better implementations. You need a jig, ask Paddy to make the jig. You need a label, ask Alison or ask Andrea to make the label. And you end up with far better results with much less effort. I'd like to touch another aspect of the growing people. You see here, this is a bubble. It represents our comfort zone. I learned this from Mark Braun, he's in the audience, in 2017 when I was in the Lean Summit in Cambridge. So our people are like this, and we expect them to be like this. What we are really asking them is to go out of their comfort zone, way out in many different directions. And I think that this expectation, maybe if it's not stated like this as an expectation, is what is really happening. And we are setting people up for failure. Nobody can do this. Maybe a Lean All-Star, but they are very few. And you don't need a team of Lean All-Stars. You need an All-Star Lean team. So instead of doing this, we should be trying to figure out what is the interest, what does that person love doing, and then help her thrive within their skill set. They want to do some cross-training in another area that interests them, okay, they can do that. And when somebody needs their help in the team to make an improvement, they come in, they have the talent, they have the motivation, they have the growth, and they can do an awesome job. And you can really tell them, wow, great job. And the teammates will tell them that because it's true. They are growing and they are bringing more skill to the team. So you train everyone on everything. You go from training everyone on everything to develop people's natural talents. So, to finish my talk, I think that creating a lean culture is a process. And the book has been out for 10 years, 2 Second Lean, and many people tried the process. There is so much learning. And I think that why should we all go through the same pains, falling in the same holes, and struggling so hard? Like it's insane. Why don't we figure out what the best of us are doing in reality, how they are approaching lean? Why not think about, okay, let's think at the first stage of lean, get your factory clean. How do you go about that? What is the next step? What are the catalysts for the next step? This doesn't mean that there are different companies, different realities, that you have to make some adjustments, but that doesn't impede to have the roadmap for lean. Imagine when Henry Ford decided he would build an assembly line. What were people saying all around him why it couldn't be done? But the assembly line is here today. It's just the same with this. It's a process for creating a lean culture. We need to upgrade the ideas, develop even further the great ideas, keep what's working well. We don't have to change everything. We just have to continuous improvement. How can you improve a process if you don't have a standard? Where is the standard? Clearly, where is the standard? We need a standard so that we can develop what we are doing in the study missions. It's amazing, Paul. Imagine if we use the same approach to creating a lean culture. How much more impact could we all have? How much faster and powerfully would we be able to achieve our vision? That's the only thing I'm suggesting today. So breakthrough to second lean, can we get to 10% of companies with the results like FastCap, Sitting Matters? I do really hope so. This is my humble contribution, and thank you very much.